Cancer, how you doing? So we're here to do your January, not a tarot reading, and I will explain what these cards are here for at the end. But daylight robbery, daylight, the living daylights. So I'm hearing the name Robert or Robbie or Robertson or Rob, but daylight robbery of a Robert. So somebody out there knows a Rob or a Robert that is like daylight robbery, or it is about to break in and take something from them. I don't know if this is a child, but it feels like that someone is so paranoid here, Cancer, sorry, but it feels like someone is so paranoid that someone's going to be charging them, like get charged for something, like a, I don't know, well, Cancer, like a car ticket or something like that, or am I going to get charged? Or like, I'm also hearing like charge, something to do with around Taurus. Okay, and whether they're going to charge me or not, or whether I'm going to be called to go to court or stand up in court and get charged for an offence, because I'm hearing an offender. Now, a fender bender. So I don't know if any of you had an accident or anything like this in the past of a claim of like PPI or whatever they call these people that ring up and say, hello, we've discovered that you've had an accident. You're like, bro, I haven't, you know. Well, they do that here. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, I don't know if there was anything there for you where you could have had an accident and now there's going to be a claim that's going to be put in to say, okay, now you owe me. And so, well, what do you mean? It's like, now you thought that I owed you? Well, now you owe me. So there's this getting back to you, getting back at each other. I don't know if you are arguing in a relationship, but it feels like, well, you get to me and I get to you, and you get on my nerves and I get on your nerves. What? I get on your nerves and I get on your... Well, I know a song that will get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on your nerves. Like, listen, brother, I know this song all day long. And I know what will get on your nerves. And I know exactly what buttons to push. And I know that I'm going to keep doing it anyway. So you got this energy of like... well, I know this one thing that's going to really annoy you. And I know that it's going to get your back up in certain ways. And because I know that, I'm going to do it. So I don't know if you're very irritated by your partner at the moment, or it's to do with around a divorce or something like that, of a charge ball. So it might be being charged. It might be going up on charges of an offence for some of you, and you've got to go to court. All the guys in the chat, hi. I was just watching the other reading, so I don't know if you're relating to a Cancerian as well. I think it was Taurus. So ball, there you go. So we could be on the same wavelength of you guys. That could have been, well, 14:44 on my actual time, 3:15. So something to do with a 3, which is court. So quarter to 3, get it? Sorry, but 3, which is like being schooled or being asked to go to stand up in court, or being asked to go to what's that when you have to witnesses and stuff, and you get asked to go for the jury, like jury service, or something like services, the working men's club or the club of services, being serviced. You've been served. Someone's going to be served papers and say, I'm sorry, but you're being served. So this is kind of like a house or a home that someone really doesn't want to let go of. And then the other person knows that it's going to get their back up, right? Because I'm picking up, oh, you got your nose in the air. And it's kind of like, what are you sniffing at? And it's like, oh, well, what have you got? And it's like, well, I've got more than what you have. And it's like, okay, what are you sniffing? It's like, well, I want to know how much money you got. I want to know what is in that house. I want to know what's worth me taking from you. And it's kind of like, look, just keep your nose out of my business and keep your nose out of what I have. It isn't any of your business of what I have and what I don't. So keep asking how much money I've got, or you know, my possessions and things that I have, because I'm sick to death of you all sticking your nose in where it's not wanted, is what I'm hearing, Cancer. So again, when we do these, Libra, it could be with a Libra, but those icons that are like, well, I've got no idea what to do, Scooby. I've got no clue. So you've kind of got this energy of Libra. But again, guys, keep in mind that these channel messages are external. There can be you, them, people that are external from you, yourselves, whoever. But I'm definitely hearing like, will you keep your nose out? Will you keep interfering into my business? And why is it that you always persist to want to know how much money I have, or what I don't, you know, all this kind of like do's and don'ts and won'ts, and you're just full of like, I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't do that, and it's kind of like you're bound by the certificate of marriage, pretty much. This is why I say never get married. But like this, I don't know. I mean, people argue like this in a relationship. I don't know. But, you know, well, Because, I mean, if this person is saying this in a relationship, then why are you with this person? Like, because I think that you're with them and without you, because I'm hearing, with or without you, I can't live. With or without you. Something like, well, I can't live with you, and I can't live without you, and I don't want to live with you, but I can't live without you because we're married and we've got children. So I have to put up with what you're going to say. And it's kind of like, yeah, but I don't like the way you act, and I don't like the things that you do. And you're kind of like, well, why are you with me then? Why on earth are you with me if you don't like me? And you're like, because I can see this person coming up saying, you don't like me much, do you? And you're like, well, no, not... You know that... I'd say I'm getting this vision, right? You know Will Smith, right? Could be the name William or Bill or Smith. But, you know Will Smith when he used to do the TV comedy show, right? Please link it in the description if you can remember what it was called. Prince of Bel-Air, right? And he used to do this scene where they used to ask him things and he'd go... Well, and I can see that in my head. And it's kind of like this person's question is like, well, you don't really like me much. And he's like... And I was like, well, you didn't answer me. And you're like... Well, that's kind of an answer, really. It's like, can't you tell by the expressions in my face that I don't really like you? And this person's like dumbfounded of like, well, you know, call a spade a spade. And it's like, I can't believe that you just said that. I said, well, I didn't. It's like, no, but it's written all up your Chevy Chase, bruv. It's written all up your boat race. So you're like, so guilt, basically. So you got Libra here, more than likely Cancer, and you're like, you've got guilt written all up your face. It's like, you're guilty of sin. I told you. It's like, did you do that? And they're like, it's kind of like this kid, right, that has like chocolate all around the mouth. Or, okay, Steve, this is where I'm realising on camera. Right, they've got something dribbling all down their mouth or whatever, right? And you're like, bruv, it's all up your mouth. It's like, what is that? Oh, God. Has someone got like herpes of the mouth? Or is this a Hershey's Kiss? I don't know. Like, why on earth would someone have herpes of the mouth? Well, I mean, it depends where y'all been chuffing. I mean, I don't know. I can see someone's lips being burnt or something. Or like, I don't know, like someone's sniffing glue and they've had their face in a bag of like spray paint or something. They come up and they're like, huh? And you're like, bro, it's all gold around your mouth. Or like, and you're like, are you been like, inhaling like paint thinner or something? You're like, no. And you're like, well, bruv, why on earth you ain't gold member, so why is it that you got like gold all around your mouth? Or like a grill. It's like, well, you got gold all in your mouth, why do you need any more money? Or like someone wants like a tooth implant and they want, well, I have gold in my mouth. I mean, why people, I don't know. I mean, I'm from Britain, don't worry about me. I can see a grill, though, like a grill or a cookout. I don't know. I mean, is this Professor Clump or something? I don't know, party of six. Could be dealing with six. But what we got? What we got, Cancer? Anyway, well, I don't know, because it's like, what it is that message. It's like, what have you got? It's like, I don't even know where you've been. It's like, where have you put that thing? And it's like, well, I've put it somewhere. And it's like, yeah, well, you must have put it in someone's mouth because it's all around. It's all spread all around. I mean, what is this? Is it a disease or something? I don't know. Because I'm saying like it physically around someone's mouth. Now this is either chocolate or it's chocolate aid. I mean, Adi, AB, Abby, Addy, Adrian, Adam and Eve. Something also around a Gemini, right? Or things not adding up around a Libra, right? So, well, this brothers don't add up. It's like, well, it's all written all over your face. It's like guilt. It's like looking at a kid that's been eating like a whole cake, and you're like, bruv, did you eat that whole thing? And it's like, yeah, I ate the whole lot. And it's like, bruv, what, you got it all around here and everything. I mean, what is that? What is? I mean, it's either guilt or it's a physical something. Something? Well, it's something. There you go. There's the old messages from before, which was was it the Betty Brooker story? It was. You guys had it before when the lunatic come driving through the front door And it's like, well, it's something. And he meets her in a cafe, and she questions him over something, and she's found out all this info. So you may have found out by now. So that could be an old message that's now present of saying through January you could really find out some more stuff than what you even know has been going on, Cancer. And it's like you sit down to talk to this person, you go, well, we'll just meet you at the corner cafe. And you sit there and you're like, okay, so I'm just going to tell you, have you been cheating? And they're like, no. And it's like, oh, really? Oh, okay, let me just get out my pad, let me just get out my phone, let me just prove this to you with the proof that I have, that you told me that you wasn't using anymore drugs, or that you wasn't gambling anymore, or that you hadn't spent all of this money, or so on and so forth. And the big lie that you've probably told, or the lie that you've told to a Leo, and that you've been lying to a Leo, or a Leo's been lying to you. And it's like, what, you made a pact with them and they know about it, but they haven't told me. It's like, why wouldn't they tell me? And there's a family situation. I mean, they're all getting involved now. And it's like, well, why's all your family got to get involved for? Why do you have to drag all of them into it? It's like, what's up with this Leo? How come you told them but you didn't tell? 11:11 on the clock, it must be true. Well, it must be. So it's like, why is it then that the fact that you made a pact with them and you told them a lie and they know about it but I don't? Why would they know about it and I don't? Well, that's my confidant, that's my brother, or that's my sister or something. And it's like, well, because you did have that here somewhere, I think. We're going off script now, Cancer. But it's like, why on earth is it the fact that you made a pact with them and you've written this in an agreement, or wrote it in an agreement, or you wrote to them and you told them via a text message or whatever it was, and you wrote to them and you sealed it with whatever, but you didn't think that I would find out? And it's like, well, I did find out. And did you do it? And someone's like, oh dear, okay, now I'm going to have to tell the truth. And this person goes, well, something. And you're like, well, what do you mean it's something? That's not enough. No, I'm sorry, but you owe me more. If you've been taking my money or something like that, well, then you don't just owe me an apology. You owe me blood, bruv. It's like you owe me more than what you know. So I don't know if there's a statement here that's been made, or these are wage slips or something, and it's like, hold on a second, bruv, this really ain't weighing up. Let me just go through my pay packet or my statement. And you go through this piece of paper of wage slips and stuff, and you go through it and you go, bruv, this really, bro. And it's like, no, this ain't weighing up. It's like, where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of what you owe me? Where's the rest of my money? Because I'm going to get arrested. So some mother jammer here is going to get arrested for something. Or there's a feeling of getting arrested, and it's like, you took that, you took everything. Why did you take the TV? Why did you take the computer? There is another message somewhere, and I think it was, well, I don't know, go and talk to a Gemini, because they had it all. So you've kind of got, I'm sure it was, but it's like, how did you accumulate all of this stuff? Where did you get the TV from? Where did you get where did you have all of this beer from? And where did you get the money to buy all of that? And where did you get the money from in order to gamble our savings or whatever? And this person's kind of like, I stole it. Or I was doing back to my old tricks again, and back to my old ways, dealing or selling or buying and selling around Libra, or I don't know, I'd sold a load of stuff, or, y'all could be in drugs, y'all lot normally are, right? You've had it a lot. So, I don't know, it might not be. But I'm hearing, I'm back to my old ways again, I couldn't help it, I don't know if you're... Well, they said they don't. Well, my spirit said they don't think that you're going to say it. So what is it you doing there? Can you see me going oh, actually, it could be Cancer that's doing it. Is it? I don't give a shit. It's not my life. But again, it's they're saying that it could be you that's guilty. Well, compared to a cross-watcher of Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, they're probably going to say the same. Right? It's like, well, it sounds insane to me that you're going to tell me. It's like, no, bruv, it sounds insane. What's the matter with you? And you're like, bruv, you're lying now. Someone's going to gaslight someone here, is really what I feel. And they're going to blatantly deny it. And they're going to say, no, you're making it all up. And it's like, no, you have broken my trust so many times that you're just now lying your way through court. Or that you're just lying your way out of it. You smacked straight into me. You broke straight into my house, or you smacked straight into the lamppost, or whatever it was. It's like, I can see these two people, it's kind of like that they were driving along, and like one person went boom and smacked straight up someone, and then they go to court and they're like, nah, bruv, no, I didn't do it. And you're like, what? It's like, well, you did, because, like, when, remember when it happened? And you're like, nah, bruv, no, I can't remember that. And you're like, well, what are you in court for? And like, well, I don't know, I got called up. And I said, well, yeah, you got called in because we stood on the side of the road and you bumped straight into me. So, I don't know, okay, so a lot of you now, where the messages may be changing, it's going into that you could be coming up against judgment. Well, definitely with that law. I mean, you're definitely coming up against the judge, that's for sure. So, like bumping into someone in the street, and you're like, it's like, oh, bruv, where did you come from? And it's like, well, I just come from out of space. I am your twin flame. And it's like, oh, so you want to talk to me now, do you? And like, yeah, sweetheart, you know, I'm just kind of like, well, yeah, it's like, bruv, you're a player. You're a player. It's like, what do you mean? There's a player here that's like bumping into all sorts of people. I mean, just check. Well, either check your face, or check your boat race, or check your like guilt, or check definitely whatever seems to be going on here, because I really don't know. Because I can see like a clown. Well, oh, okay. Someone actually watched that, and it came up on my feed, the fact that someone had written like a comment on it. And it was an old one, and I'm sure it was a Cancerian reading, I can't remember. You have to check through the archives. And it was an icon. It was an icon. And it had Michael, but it was an icon, right? And it had an actual clown, with like here, but it was a clown, right? And I can see like this, I don't know, like lipstick around. I mean, bruv, y'all need to check down there, make sure you ain't got lipstick on it or whatever. It's like, why have you got lipstick down there? And it's like, oh, it's just lipstick on my collar. It's like, there, bruv, that ain't your collar. It definitely begins with the same sort of name, Colin, or whatever. He says, but that is not a collar, that's a cock. And it's like, well, that's a cockerel. So, I don't know, you got Cinderella up here giving it up, I feel. It's a nice place to visit, but I don't think I would want to stay there. I don't think I'd even want to go there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Has someone been sleeping around a lot? I don't know. Because I'm picking up that something is Zid vicious or rotten. From Rotterdam or rotten. I don't know. Gums. I don't know. I mean, I say that's sorry for my humour, but you know, people that sleep around a lot. Honestly, me, I mean, I have a laugh. I don't care, but I say, bruv, your gums are rotten. Like, I ain't going down there. So, you know, that's me. That's my sense of humour. So, you know, sorry, Cancer, but I do have one. You know, so I do have one. I do have one. Someone's like, well, I do have one. What? What do you have? Something. Again, it's the same message. What do you have? It's like, I don't know what you have. Like, I don't seem to know you anymore. I don't even know what you've got. Like, I don't think I want to go down there or up there or, like, up there to see them. So I'm thinking, I don't even really want to go over there to see them. I don't even really want to go to see them now because you've lied that much that I really don't think that I want to go over to see your family. I mean, are you actually together with this person? Because I feel like that I don't even want to go over there to see them because you've told so many lies. The fact that now, this is the selling out bit that was around the another reading, which was the best made plan. Marketing the corner, Taurus, I think it was. No, Aries, and it was around marketing and the corner and the selling out. That was it, and it's something around like. You've told that many lies now that I have to go over towards Taurus and I have to go over there and that I am now, you're going to like, because I keep feeling like I ain't going to know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, you've put me in a corner now. This is where the Leo energy came from in that reading, I feel. Or watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter and just add them up. because something's not adding up, and it's like I've been backed into the corner now where you've told me that many lies that I don't know if I can keep it up anymore, and like now you want me to go and just put myself into a pack of wolves or a pack of lies, and I have to lie to a Leo, and I have to also lie to a Taurus, and that I'm going to have to stand up in court, or I'm going to have to stand there in front of the family, and they're going to say, oh, hi, how is everybody? And they're like, yeah, it's real good, we're getting on quite well. I mean, I don't know, I'm picking up someone that's probably had, like, Botox or something, and they're like, cool, you look well. And it's like, what, are you a fish? And it's like, yeah, I'm a Pisces. So, I mean, I don't know, it's like, cool, bruv, they had some more work. And it's like, yeah. It's like, it's good, isn't it? And it's like, bruv, where's your lips? And where's everything else? And you're like, well, you know, sorry. Sorry, Cancer. I don't know. I mean, did someone spend their inheritance and their money on like a full face work type sort of, now they look like a clown? Or someone like, I don't know, him off the, what's his name? That's like, you spin me right round, baby, right round. And he ended up like, he was like a guy, but he ended up looking like a doll. Like, you know, he's like kind of, I mean, why do people do that? I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know. It's probably age, right? You have that sort of thing maybe when you're older. God, why do I feel like I'm gone in a forklift driver or something? Grounds for divorce. There's grounds for divorce, Taurus. But why do I feel like I'm because it was the Lonely Crane driver that was also grounds for divorce. It was Elbow, right, that sang that song. So it's kind of like this, I feel like I'm in a fucking forklift and I'm kind of, well, not a forklift. It could be a forklift driver. Someone's a forklift driver here. Forklift or between a fork. I mean, is it Guy Fawkes? I don't know. Guy, the name Guy, or Fawkes, or Gal, Sven Gal, or a Gal, or is it a guy? I don't know. Someone could have had a sex change. That might be where that's coming from. I don't know. But I feel like I'm in one of those diggers anyway, that I'm just digging myself a hole at the moment, Cancer. So forgive me, because I am definitely picking up the fact that someone could have had a load of work done, or like, they're like, oh, bruv, I haven't seen you in a long while. You're like, oh, you're right there. And you're like, sorry? I thought that was like a Punch and Judy show. And it's like, well, bruv, I'm sure your lips didn't move. And you're like, yeah, of course I did. And like, bruv, I mean, are you a ventriloquist or whatever you call it? Ventriloquist? What the hell? Why do you always give me these, like, comical readings? Comic-Con. Comet or Connet. Michael, maybe. I don't know. But like, you're like, you're right, I hadn't seen you in a long time. You're like, yeah. I don't know, did she answer? You're like, yeah, no, she answered, bruv. You're like, yeah, no, it's good, isn't it? It's like, I just went out to the shower the other day, and then it's, bruv, our lips ain't moving. It's like, no, because you just had Botox in it, and then stuff like that. So it looks nicer, doesn't it? And you're like, well, to be honest, I think I would rather see more muscles moving than anything else other than your main muscles. So you're like, well, you know, it's what it's holding on, ain't it? I mean, oh, sorry. Sorry, Cancer. I mean, I'm having a bit of a laugh here, but I mean, trust me, bruv, you'll see this in my head and these messages and you think, what on earth do people do? I mean, I don't know. I keep thinking that someone hasn't seen someone in a while and they appear up and they're like bump into them in the street and you're like, alright, yeah, I'm good, it's just quiet. And it starts dribbling like, bruv, you know, just like you need to, I mean, it's a bit like when you got toothache or you've had an injection in the mouth and you come out of the hospital chair of having a tooth out and you have all that stuff syringed into your mouth and then you kind of like, it all sort of like goes down here and you're like, oh God, we've got to get rid of all that. And you're like, bruv, what is going on? I don't know, unless you're having, that could be the grill, right? That you're having like a full old teeth kind of, I mean, I'd like all that sort of stuff really, but it's fucking expensive. But, you know, when you have like a full set of gnashers, bruv, that could be the Beano, yeah, just a gnasher, right? Nash, or Sasha. The name's Sasha, or Nash. Sash. Keep hearing Sash. Sash. You alright, Sash? Are you getting on? Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm good. I just had a good. Oh, it's in you in a while, bruv. How you doing? How you doing? Well, shit. We've gone way off. We've gone way off script. Cancer. I'm just making sure that my audio is on. Yeah. So, well, I mean, you've got that, but you've got this. Whatever it is like guilt-ridden all over someone's face. I really feel, and they've either one been gambling, or they've been taking drugs, or they've been snorting something, or. And you're like, bruv, you just come out the toilet, like you need to get rid of that, and you're like, what do you mean? It's like, you're like, yeah, looking up like something is going up the wrong hole anyway, and I mean, this is either peanuts on the end of something, or I've got no idea why I said that. Why did I say that? I don't know. But generally, someone is like, you've just made a pact with that person, and now I have to go and visit your family, and I have to stand there, and I have to now listen to all of these lies that you're going to be telling everybody. And this is the same as like if you have to go to court or anything. But some of this is like going to the family court also. But I'm going to have to go and see the family, and you've told that many lies to me and them, that I now have to stand there in front of them and lie to their face when they ask me certain questions. I have to now lie. And if I have to lie for you in court, or if I have to lie for you, then I'm just as bad as what you are. So why would you make me do that? Well, that's the question. Why would you make me do that? Why would you make me lie to your family? Why would you make me cover all of this up for your mistakes? Why would you make me carry that burden for you? And now I've got to lie to everybody and say that you didn't do all of this, whatever someone's done. I mean, done or stern. But like, all of this stuff that you're done, why is it now the fact that I have to now cover up and backtrack your mistakes that you made? And why are you making me carry that burden? And why is it that you think that I would sell out for someone like you? That's really what I'm hearing, Cancer. I'm sorry. And I don't know if this is what you've done, or what they've done, or the name Dunn, and Dunn, or Darren. But like, why would you make me do that? Because I really feel like that someone is like backed into a corner, and they really don't want to do this thing. They really don't. They don't want to sell out to their family, or they don't want to come forward. Because I feel like this could have something also to do with court or police or something. And it's like, I don't want to come forward. And it's kind of like someone asks someone to go, it's kind of like two people get done for selling drugs or something like that, or something that they've done. And one of these people, they get arrested, right? And the other person, say that they witnessed it, but they don't want to go to court over it. And then they sell out to this person, and they end up ringing them up and say, look, bro, I really need your help. Like, I want you to say that I was at your house, or that I was, I was with you at the time. And then this kind of like person's like, bro, I don't want to say that. You're getting me to lie for you. I mean, it depends what this lie is. But I pick up, it's quite a big one, right? It's maybe a fish, something to do with Pisces. But like, bruv, I know Cancerians and all, bruv, don't y'all come knocking at my door, get me, it's not bro code, bruv, no, it ain't bro code. I've got a mate, Cancerian. It's like, no, bruv, it's bro code. Like, what do you mean it's bro code? No, it ain't bro code. It's like, it's broke back mountain. It's broke, you're broke, mate, you're broke as a joke. So, I don't know. Or like, no, it's bro code, bruv, it's bro code. It's like, no, hold on a minute, what is it that you want me to say? It's like, look, just tell them, right? Just tell them, if they ask, just tell them that I was with you. And you're like, but you wasn't. And you're like, no, bruv, but just say that. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's with me, it's good night. And it's like, bruv, I don't believe any of you. So, I don't know if this is a friend asking a friend or like a brother or a sister and saying, bruv, you'll stick up for me, won't you? And you're like, what is it that you want me to say? And it's like, well, you know, well, for a start, what did you do? And someone's like, oh no, brother, and you're like, you know what I'm like? And you're like, well, yeah, I do know what you're like, Mike, or something. And you're like, likey, I don't know, likey or a pikey or something. And it's like, yeah, it's like, oh shit. I mean, what on earth is going on? But it's kind of like this, like when you go and see the missus or when you go and see them, don't tell them that, will you? Because it's like, I've just been and done all of this stuff, or had all this work done, or like I've just been and like done all of these things that I shouldn't really be doing, and I promised that I wouldn't do it, and I need someone to back me up and tell you know, if this person asks, to tell them that I was with you. So it's kind of like this selling out thing as well, where it might be around court, and it's kind of like, well, listen, bruv, I've got to go to court, and you're like, yeah, well, that's, you know, it's like, I'll keep up the lie, and I'll tell your missus a lie, or I'll tell your fella a lie, whatever it is. Like, there's a fine fella up on here, bruv, it's one of those. But like, I'll lie, but I'm not going to court and lying for you. Brother, these people are getting right into a jam, I feel. I do. Into Jan, the name Jan, or Janice, or Janice Joplin. I don't know, it could be Janice Joplin. Well, she ain't live anymore, so what's that for, Jan? Oh, okay. Anyway, they used to be my boss. So, yeah, if y'all call Jan, don't worry about it. But, like, Jan could be lying. There could be a person called Jan lying. If you are called Jan, don't worry about it, Jan. It might be another Jan, right? Because there's a few Jans up in here. So, someone is in a complete jam. They are. And I need some help. Well, yeah, don't come and knocking on my door. But, it's like, well, I'm in a right jam. I need your help. Oh, wow, yeah. Man, yeah, this relates to people I know. Business and stuff. Just, yeah. Well, there you go. That's what you get. That's karma when you don't pay people enough money. I don't know. I don't know, because I really feel like that there's this IOU, or like, where is it? It's not adding up. Like, it really doesn't add up. There's not enough money here. There's not enough wages. There's not enough evidence. It's like I've got evidence and I kind of like know that this is going on, but there isn't any evidence to prove it. Like, where's all the paperwork? Where's all of the, like, the proof of everything that I've earned and everything that I've done? Where the is it? Like, where's it gone? Or like, where's all your money gone? Why have you spent all of your money? Or something like that, right? And it feels like that you look at someone ends up looking at this piece of paper and they go, bro, that don't add up. That ain't right. That's not right. That's not. It doesn't. Someone's either stealing or something, or they're not paying the right amount of wages, or you're questioning your own wages, or something. Like, that's not the right amount. Sorry, but yo, come with medium. Your mum. Your mum. Well, it's your mum. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. Well, that's what she said. It's your mum. So your mum could be lying. Oh, okay. Oh, dear, there's a conspiracy here, Cancerian. It's your mum that's lying. So your mum has probably got all of this stuff, like TVs and stuff like that. She could have Gemini in the chart, maybe, I don't know. She's got TVs and she's got everything else, and it's kind of like, where'd you get all that stuff from? It's like, oh. I don't know. 15 on the clock. 6, yeah, Gemini Capricorn. 15, literally on my time. That's a 6. So that's Gemini Capricorn. So some of you could be dealing with a Gemini Capricorn somewhere. And it's like, that was one of them. That's why I said right at the beginning, right? You have to go and ask a Gemini. Because they got everything. Because they had the happy medium. So, which was small, middle, or like small, medium, or large. Well, they said, well, fuck it. In the end, they said, I'll have a Big Mac. I'll take all 3. So, it's like, well, I'll take all 3 off you. It's like, well, look, it's going, gone. It's like, how many do you want? It's like, brother, I'll have all 3. I'll have all 3 of them. So that the Emperor really could have something to do with the Gemini. I'll have all 3. Someone's under pressure to make a decision, and then it's coming through with every reading that I've done so far. So please make sure you watch the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter when they come out, because these can also be related to people that you know. And if you want to know the truth, I'll guarantee you that I believe my spirits more than anybody or anything else. Guarantee you that I do, right? So yeah, there's some sort of conspiracy here, because I did hear like Mulder and Scully of the X-Files or something, of like the files, like going through the Filofax, or going through the files, or going to Somewhere Fax. There is somewhere here. Jackson, Jackie, or the Jacksonville, or the Somewhere Fax. I forget where it is. It's a place. Somewhere Fax. So what have we got? Well, like straight away, what I wrote here was JJ, OJ Simpson, JJ, Jason, Stimpson, Jason, JJ, Vajazzle, Jason, equals Sun Leo, because I picked up J and then Sun. So, but Leo, as in actual sun. Now that could be sister, daughter, or son, right? Has Leo there, right? And then it was Cry Wolf, right? Cry Wolf. So, like I said, someone's playing Cry Wolf. They're crying for attention, or they are physically crying, or they're just putting on a complete and utter show performance, and it's Cry Wolf. It's a Cry Wolf situation. Y'all know what Cry Wolf means, right? How many times can you cry wolf before you end up getting caught? So there's this Cry Wolf putting on a performance. And then I picked up Australia, or OJ Simpson, because it was OJ, that was the name. And I picked it up as, I think there's a TV show called the OA. So I'm doing OA. That was quite good, actually. They used to do these moves, right? They used to do these moves, and this, and then they all got locked in this glass house thing, right? And then they just transformed into another body. There's some sort of outer body experience of someone transforming. Could be around a Scorpio, but transforming from a man to a woman or something. I don't know, or trying to physically transform their face or their look or something. And they've had that much work done that they don't look human anymore, or I don't know. I mean, I don't give a shit. But again, I keep picking up that someone that looked a certain way once doesn't look like that anymore. They look completely different. Right, so, I mean, this is either an alien, it's a woman that was a man, or a man that was a woman, or it was Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman, which is someone that's blind, which was Gene Wilder and, what's his name? The blind and the deaf guy, right? Someone deaf and blind, maybe? Or like, well, if I see him, I'll tell you. So, you know the film, right? So I was like, well, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman? Was it in that one? No, what was the one that was Gene Wilder in when he goes, well, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman? That was a prison sentence one, wasn't it? Where he goes, it's tear gas, man, it's tear gas. It's like, man, when you come in here, you were crying like a pussy. Yeah. It's like, it's tear gas, man, it's tear gas. That was Eddie Murphy that said that bit, right? It was. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman? Was he? I don't know, was he a woman? I don't know, because there was a man to a woman here or something. It's like, well, Fuzzy Wuzzy, I know he's the Fuzz. The Fuzz. Again, what's his name that was in the Fuzz? Police, it was about the police, so y'all definitely got something to do with court and the police here. But daylight robbery, that was well, O.J. Simpson was your main one, and that was armed robbery, right? So, because I'm hearing, any of you move and I'll execute that's one of you. So, I don't know, someone could have done a robbery, they've done a robbery, and now they've got to go to court for the robbery that they done, right? So, or that ain't done. But they done a robbery. They literally stole something from somebody, and they're going to go to court for it. Well, you know, good luck. I don't know, but that's what it says here. So that seems to be your channel messages so far, Cancer. You don't have to believe me. You really don't. You can watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus or Jupiter and see if they relate. And they may all relate. But they could be your relations also. So they could be involved. But anyway, there you go. So what we also now do is, this is an added bonus for your January. It is one of your January tarot readings, this. And it is more advice as well. But in here, I have yes answers, no answers, protect yourself, finances and career, loads of different things, a deck that I made up myself after like 7 or 8 different packs and took out the ones I thought were no good and left all the ones that I thought were quite informative in order for me to read. So I made my own deck out of loads of others, right? So we've got that one and that one. If you want to join, this is a bonus that goes over to the full access bundle over on Patreon. So it's only that one. It doesn't go out on all of them. It just goes on the full access bundle, right? And it's a bonus for January. So we draw you some of these, and then we clarify them all, and I give you pretty much whatever kind of answer that I can, and we look at your love life, whatever really comes up. But this will tell me what you need to protect yourself from, what's coming up in January as well. So it's just one of your readings, but it's an added bonus before I do the actual tarot readings and stuff like that. And like I said, if you want to join, please make sure that you download the Patreon app after joining, and make sure that you sign in, because it has a, do you want to sign in via Google, via Facebook, or make up a password and sign in there. And some people, they're joined but they can't watch them. It's because they follow the link, they go over there, they probably haven't signed in with something else, and they sign in with another account and realise, well, they can't get on. So your account's got to match up with what you sign in, because that will remember your password, it will remember that you're signed in, that you are joined to that tier, and then it will give you full access. And I really think that's where people are gone wrong, because they follow the link, they don't sign in, and they can't remember of what account it was that they signed in with, and that when they go to watch a video it says that you're not subscribed over on Patreon. So please make sure you download the Patreon app, sign in via the app, and then keep it logged in, okay, so it logs into your phone to say that you're on there, and that should give you full access. And it'll act pretty much like YouTube when you hit the bell, and it will tell you that there's a video out there for you to watch, and then you just click on it and watch it. Okay, but everything is below, personal readings, so on and so forth, link to Patreon, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I really do appreciate it, Cancer. Thanks very much. Let's go over to the other side and see what you've got coming up.